Matt Damon, welcome to Las Vegas. You're certainly no stranger here. Let's talk about, just off the bat, what is CinemaCon? Why is it important for talent to come here and kind of meet the people who showcase the movie?
Yeah, well, I mean, it's obviously the exhibitor side is a massive, massive part of this whole kind of daisy chain of events, and you know, if people are, sorry about that, if people aren't going to the theaters, then we don't get to work. So it's like, it's always good to you know, keep up with the exhibitors and have relationships with all of them from, you know, go back years and years, and then you can beg them to keep your movie in the theater, you know, and they know who you are.
Speaking of movies, you don't have one here, you have two that you're actually talking about. Could you just introduce to the audiences in Germany the two films that you're...
Yeah, so I have two films for Paramount this year. One is Suburbicon, which George Clooney directed, you know, and then Downsizing, which Alexander Payne directed. So they're going to come out, both of them kind of at the end of the year. Suburbicon early November and Downsizing Christmas.
So the two auteur filmmakers, people who write and direct themselves, as an actor, how much do you appreciate the fact that they know the material inside and out?
Yeah, I mean, directing is such a hard job, but you know, Alexander works very, very rarely. I mean, it takes a few years. You know, in Downsizing, he was trying to get made for 10 years, so he really had thought about absolutely everything. And George is like that too. Like, if anything, I'd say they're over-prepared. You know, they don't leave anything to chance. They're extremely, you know, extremely well prepared by the time we show up to shoot. So I just have to just show up.
Just the last question for you: just who are these two different men that you're playing in these two movies? One, I understand, is not exactly of the most friendly persuasion.
Yes, in George's character, in George's movie, I'm a suburban father, but a lot is kind of revealed about him as the movie goes on, and not the nicest guy in the world. And then in Alexander's movie, I just play kind of an average guy who decides to shrink himself down to 5 inches in height. You know, like that.
You came here from skiing, so how good of a skier are you? What you do? Black runs, moguls?
Yeah. I like to. I still have my collarbone's still busted from going over my handlebars on my mountain bike a few years ago. So I have to be a little careful. I can't afford to fall.
Thank you, Matt Damon.